Hey there! This video is all about how to make class materials using PowerPoint. If there's one thing that took me way too long to figure out, it's that you don't have to use Microsoft Word to create class materials anymore. Throughout the video, you're going to find that using PowerPoint makes our jobs as teachers a lot easier. And I know what you're thinking. PowerPoint is boring. But I create a lot with PowerPoint, like my syllabus, rubrics, target sheets, task cards, worksheets, posters, projects, and more. Okay, take this worksheet for example. There's a lot going on, the boxes, the columns, the graphics, the shapes. I would not try using Microsoft Word to make this. But PowerPoint has one capability that Word doesn't, and that's that you can layer text and images, and that's a really big deal. So if you look at the worksheet from earlier, you can see that there's a lot you can do in PowerPoint. You can move the heading around, you can change the text, the direction of it, you can change the size of images and nothing else happens to anything else in the document, which is a really great feature. You can also move text independently without moving other objects in the document. You can also move shapes wherever you want to, so it's great. So here's how you can start your own materials in PowerPoint. You're going to want to start with a new document, and you're going to head over to your Design tab because you need to change the size of the slide to be your paper size. So you click on Slide Size and go down to Page Setup. And if you're using standard paper, you're just going to set it to an 8.5 by 11 size, the same size as your paper. And click OK. And then I always just choose to scale just in case. And now to add to your document, you always go to the Insert tab. And so first we'll do the most common thing, which is probably adding text. So you go over to Add a Text Box, and you'll make it whatever size you'd like. And you just start typing, so I'll pretend this is my heading. Just like Word, you can format the font however you want by going over to the Home tab, and then just changing whatever you'd like. So you can change the font. This one's my favorite for headings. You can change the size of it, the color of it. I like to keep it centered for my headings. Sometimes adding shapes is helpful, so back in the Insert tab, if you click on Shapes, you can see they give you a lot of options here. I'm just going to do a circle. So you would click on it and then draw out your circle, whatever size you like. And it comes in as a default blue for me, but I can change it here in the Shape Format tab just by clicking on the options over here. So I'm just going to choose white for now so that you can see that if you double click in it, you can actually type inside the shape as well. I'm just going to change the color now to an orange so that it stands out. And you can see that when I move it around, the other objects in the document don't move, which is a feature Word doesn't have. You also have the capability to add lines, which is great for worksheets, so you just go back to Shapes, and this time you would select the line feature. You can just draw it out wherever you want, as long as you want. You'll see it has a default size, but you can change the thickness in the Format tab. So I'm going to make it a little bit thicker to stand out, you can see here. But then you can also make it a dotted line, which is nice for some types of materials. Another thing you might want to add is pictures, so back in the Insert tab, if you click on Picture, you would choose a picture from File to grab from your computer. I'll just grab a screenshot from earlier, which is actually something I made on PowerPoint. So you can get an example of that too. You can see when it comes up that I automatically have the ability to change the size of it to whatever size I want. I can even rotate it. And you can see none of the other objects are disrupted. PowerPoint also has really good image features that lets you change it. If you're in the Picture Format tab, you have the option to change a lot of different features of it, and the Quick Style tab gives you options to change it very quickly with a bunch of settings, and so you can change it around however you want, but this is my favorite. Another great feature is a Smart Art feature. If you click on it, you can actually create graphic organizers really easily. So you can choose from any one of these and just input whatever information you'd like into it, and it comes out a really nice shape. I really like this feature. You can also add a table by clicking on Table and then choosing the number of columns and rows that you'd like. And it'll come up as a default blue, but you can change the look of it. I like to keep it pretty simple, just for the sake of being able to create like a clear chart, and then you can move it wherever you'd like. And just playing around here, you can see that you can move things around really freely. It's so nice. And so I hope this video saves you a lot of time and frustration with creating new materials in your class.